Today, do we want Henry Parrish or Travis Dye out of the portal? Our guy Mario is straight up putting in that work, and an old clip has surfaced of Mario talking about and discussing what he looks for in the process of actually hiring an offensive or defensive coordinator. Spoiler alert, you're going to love it. Guys, if you're rocking with the UD, you know what to do. Hit that like button. Hit the like button to guarantee you have a great weekend this weekend. And enjoy the video.
A special salute for the truth, Sean Taylor. See, everywhere I go, you know I rep that you. Orange and green from head to toe, that's you.
First things first, we got to give a huge shout out to a former Cane, Braxton Berrios. He made All-Pro today as a kick returner for the New York Jets. I mean, come on, the New York Jets, one of the worst teams in the NFL, and this man made All-Pro. He's been balling all year. Big shout out to him. Big shout out to KJ Osborne, who also was graded out as one of the highest slot receivers in the NFL. Big shout out to all the pro Canes doing work, but Braxton Berrios, All-Pro. Round of applause for that man. Okay, so 11:59, the recruiting dead period was over. At 12 o'clock on the dot, 12 a.m., Mario Cristobal in the crew was knocking on Shemar Stewart's door. They had an in-home visit with him. And then throughout the day, there were several pictures of Mario meeting with different coaches, high school coaches. Our man Mario, he started out by preaching how hard he was going to work. And now you can see he's really putting in that work, especially on the recruiting trail, making Shemar Stewart the priority and still hitting different spots along the day. Man, I'm just excited to see what he's going to be able to do here at Miami. But, you know, we got to be patient. We got to take our time. Look, man, you're a hardworking person, so you need to go and treat yourself. You need to go buy you something nice on Amazon, but make sure you use the links in the description or in the pinned comments because that also helps support the channel. But, hey, go get yourself something nice, man. But let's backtrack a little bit and take a look at the picture of all the coaches at Shemar Stewart's house. And one of those coaches is our homeboy, T-Rob. Now, in my last video, I discussed how there were several reports out that T-Rob was getting interest from Alabama, from Georgia, and that still may be true. But as of right now, he's recruiting. He's still working for the Miami Hurricanes, and I'll keep you guys updated whenever anything comes out about T-Rob and his possible movement or his possible staying. Glad to see he's out recruiting for us right now, though. Someone else who is officially working for the Miami Hurricanes is Kevin Smith. This is something that we talked about and that we knew, but it was officially announced. Kevin Smith, the new running back coach for our Miami Hurricanes. Now, me and you and the rest of this fan base await to see who will Mario name as the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. We've been getting little piece here, little piece there, little piece here, but we're ready for the full puzzle to be complete and to see this full staff. I did a poll on Twitter asking this question. So far, how would you grade the staff that Mario has put together? 43% said you'd give it an A, 48% said you give it a B, 7% said a C, and 2% said a D or an F. We had a couple responses. I went with C until I see the OC and DC. Could be an A, though. A+, Mario made business decision instead of thinking on emotions. I said B for now, waiting to see who is announced to the staff, who's staying, and of course wanting to see who the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator could be, could close it out to be an A. So basically what I learned from those responses and from the other responses that I got was everybody's ready for the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. I didn't need a poll to tell me that, but while we wait, I do want to post this video. Now, this video was posted on the timeline by Carver Hoops. Big shout out to him for posting this video, not only for me, but for the Hurricanes family. It is basically Mario talking about what he does when hiring an offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator.
Like, our process is real thorough. There's no like, hey, I know this guy, or I know that guy, I work with him, or someone told me he was good. we don't hire friends and acquaintances. We hire people that are the best for the program. And it starts with a lot of things now, okay? And before I get to that part, I want to say it starts with you got to be a great person, first and foremost. You got to be a great person. You got to be all about the players. You got to do things the right way on and off the field. Because if you can't do that, you can't be part of this program, period, okay? Second of all, we're looking for a guy that had a tremendous amount of knowledge tying in the back end to the front seven, okay? It's all about being able to see how all the pieces fit and that you're not leaving your nose open on one side because you're overplaying another side. And that to me is very important, being an offensive coach, okay? And when you're teaching this stuff, you've got to be a clear and concise teacher that can connect, and you have to have a presence. Doesn't matter how much a guy knows. We've seen a lot of guys come through here at all levels. Could talk, talk so make your head spin around like in some of those movies, and that has nothing to do with anything. Can a guy tie it all together? Does he have answers to the things that we face in this conference, right? The RPO game, the quarterback runs, tempo offense. The teams, again, 21 personnel, like lining up in a YY wing set, knocking out that C-gap and taking advantage of a 4-eye, knock them in the next week. Or base blocking that and slipping that fullback to block your boundary corner, right? Those are the things that we look for, and that's something we take a deep dive into. These are the schematical things we want to address. These are the questions that we're going to have. Talk to me about how you address it, how you scheme it, the specs for the players that you look for, how you plan it during the week, assignment-wise, how you do it with each and every single coach. It's a pretty extensive interview now. It goes on and on and on. And then we watch film together. And we're very critical as we're watching, particular candidates' film and have us go through everything. Teach me as if I'm a freshman. Talk to me about the outside linebacker he's taking on power O. Why is he boxing this instead of spilling? They're in cover 4. Wow, so we'll put them through a series of questions to see if what they're talking to us about matches their film.
I love it. I loved everything he said in that clip. And I'm just going to stick to what I've been saying. Listen, Mario, take your time and get it right. Let's get to the last story of the day. There are 2 running backs that have entered the transfer portal that Miami has connection with, right? The first is Henry Parrish. His former team is Ole Miss, 553 rushing yards last year with 3 touchdowns. He is a Florida native. A lot of people wanted Miami to recruit and to get him, but we didn't, and we have our chance in the portal. The other running back, Travis Dye, he was basically Oregon's offense last year, running back, over 1,700 yards from scrimmage, and he's entered the transfer portal. Now, Henry Parrish, there's actually been Inside the U has said that Miami will pursue him, and Travis Dye is just kind of a timeline rumor. If you ask me, we don't need any new running backs. I'm sorry. I think both of these players are good players. Especially Travis Dye has proven to be an every down back. And as I said, he basically did everything for Oregon last year. But to me, we need an offensive line. We need linebackers. We need a second corner. There's a lot of places that we can improve on. And I look at our running back room, and we got Chaney coming back. We got Jalen Knight, who showed out at the end of the year. We got Thad. We got Cody. Now, obviously, Thad and Cody has a lot to prove, but I think Chaney has shown us enough. He has to get healthy, and Jalen Knight has showed us enough. I don't think we need to bring in another running back, and I believe if we do, it wouldn't make sense to have 5 running backs, so somebody's going to hit the transfer portal if we bring one of these guys in. Both of these players are good players, and I'm never going to be upset about us adding good players, but I would rather us go and prove another position if we can. How do you guys feel? Do you think we should get Travis Dye? Do you think we should get Henry Parrish? Do you think we should get both of them? Do you think I'm wrong? Let me know what you think in the comments. Go ahead. Leave a comment. All right. That's all I got for you. I'm out. Peace. Have a good weekend.